Cause I don't know, man.
Say you don't know about it?
No.
I don't know. They say you shoot a little bit.
Man, we let that thing ride, cuz.
Get a rifle?
Shoot a little bit.
Hey,
Get a rifle, a pistol, or a BB gun?
Man, I think it was. I don't even think they had the gun made at the time. I think it was.
You can shoot like that.
AK-47, boy.
Let's step across half court. Bah!
Oh,
That's what's up.
let it fly. Learned a lot from the great Willie Moe. Shout out Willie Moe, man. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
That wrong.
Just a phone number and you see it, he does me. What's happening, man? We back. It's the Outlet. Your boy Philo back in the building. The livest pre-recorded show on earth, man. We back in the building. It's a beautiful day because I got my boy in the building, man. Listen. He was 40 when I met him, and he like 37 now. He aged backwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my guy Nehemiah, man.
Shots
in the
fired
building.
already.
No,
5 seconds in, partner.
Not even, bro. Not even, man.
Yes, bro. Can we get to a minute first?
Say fat chick.
You're right. I went in too soon. Nah, anyway though, man, listen. I'm glad I got my boy to come through. My boy B Holmes in the building as well. Bruh, what's been up, man?
Man, I'm cooling, bro. Trying to be like you, man. I like the setup, bro.
Appreciate it, dog.
I like this. You making moves, man.
Listen, my
Professional with it and all that. Got a contract in the my dog. Hey, I said, man, let's go.
Yeah,
I had to pull up with a suit on. You know what I
You
mean?
already said that one for me, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't, but it's okay. But yeah, man, all's well, bro. I can't complain.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
That's what's up. What is
Yeah.
10 years, bro? Brandon, I've been knowing this man for a long time, bro. And
It's been a minute.
he
Wow.
It's been a minute.
we didn't both probably seen each other at our worst and our best.
Yeah. You held me up when I was crying a few times. Yeah, but yeah, man. It's been a great journey.
Real life brotherhood, man. I've told you this a few times, bro, but like the stuff I've seen you do and the stuff I've seen you accomplish are like unmatched in terms of me being able to be connected to somebody that's doing it like that. Like, bro, you didn't
Appreciate it.
travel, you done work with like hella people that's like celebrities and like all that, bro. Like coming from where we from, like
The Alabama?
I don't see that, Sel. Yeah.
man,
I don't see it.
nah, you don't get it. None of this stuff I've been able to we've been able to partner on a lot of projects, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some of this stuff I probably wouldn't have got those opportunities had you not been like, hey, I got a guy that I trust and that I know that can come handle that. You know what I'm saying? It was like he called me and said, like, bro, I need you in Atlanta for this event. Like, it's no question. Like I'm there, and just being able to start my business and have somebody like him, like in my corner that trusted me in the earliest days of Bama Studio. Like I didn't have to figure this stuff out like along the way, but it's just, yeah, bro. I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, ain't nothing, bro. You know, you did work for me. It wasn't you a solid dude, man. You know, ain't too many solid niggas, ain't too many solid people around. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Keep 100, yeah.
it's different.
You said it,
Yeah.
niggas. I'm a nigga.
It's a whole.
At the end of the day, I am.
It's
But-
a lot of bozos out here, man. People that just don't want to do stuff the right way. And so I've watched you grow from literally nothing to something. You know what I mean? Like, and you've been consistent with it, and that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I appreciate it.
So tell the people what. I don't even know how we can sum this up. What do you do?
That's a good question, man. I got that question earlier today. I was speaking for a community college on this virtual thing, and it's
What, you got
I'm a
dressed up like
serial-
that for the virtual?
I mean, yeah. Usually when you do virtual, it's dressed, business up top.
I haven't seen anybody put the
Chilling
bottoms
down
on.
low, bro. Yeah. Oh, bro, but I go all the way. Anything I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go all the way, bro.
Ready
you
for
know what I
it.
mean? I'm
Ready
gonna be
for the
ready
work,
for
huh?
it
I know
at
that.
all times. If that camera drop, I don't need you to see nothing but professionalism down here, cuz. You know what I mean? So that's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I'm a serial entrepreneur, man. I've been running a promotions and marketing company for about 12, 13 years. 14 years now. It's 2007, if my math is correct. and that had been solid. Did a lot. Started in a ballroom at UCF and took it to, across the world, and been doing a lot of stuff in every major city across America for a while now. But then now we have a ownership team, and I'm a part of that. And we have a restaurant in Atlanta that will be opening up next month. It's a juice bar, whatever the case may be. And then we have a gym that we partner with one of the biggest athletes in the world, and we, run some gyms, and that's in Atlantic Station in Atlanta. So we got a fitness location. We have a restaurant that is here. We have other stuff that'll be coming as well. That's a part of the conglomerate of businesses. And then we also, the promotions and marketing thing has been the biggest thing. We've had an live event side, and then you have the activation side where we'll literally try to find students and stuff like that to get job placement in Fortune 500 companies. So, Alabama or,
so that's new.
College.
I didn't know about that part.
Yeah, we always did that on the side. Never literally move in silence and let people wonder what's going on.
Man,
That's just always been my thing.
Say that again.
Move in silence and let people wonder what's going on.
Hey man,
So,
I told y'all on the first episode, gonna be some people that come through, they're gonna drop some gems on you now. You better write it down.
That's a rule, man.
That's a rule. That's
a rule.
law. That's a law right there.
Yeah.
Moving silent.
Wow.
Let at the end of the day, let the bank account speak louder than anything I could ever say.
Yeah.
And that's just the reality. You ain't got to see me moving much, but just know I'm working. And that's just always been how it's been.
Yeah, you can tell by the cashmere you got on.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing cashmere on me, partner, but it's straight.
That's
It's too
law.
hot in Florida to wear no cashmere. Bro, I don't even know
What cashmere is, bro. I just said that. It sounds expensive.
That's hilarious, man.
Nah, but that's interesting because you saying moving in silence, but it seems as of late, maybe 4 or 5 years, you've had to do more speaking and do more of the, like, people got to see your face now rather than, I imagine how it used to be, you behind the email or and you was, anytime you get to an event, you see you running back and forth or you crowd control or whatever, but it's like, I don't think people realize how much you got your hands dirty with, like, everything you had invested in terms of, like, how you was moving, bro. Like, you didn't look like the CEO of the company whenever you put on events. Like, you look like nigga that's, like volunteering or something, because you everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah.
so now, like, seeing you like this is a little weird, like, because you like.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't do nothing but respect and be proud of it though, bro. Because I didn't seen like the groundwork, and just over time getting to the point now to where you doing virtual meetings with a cashmere suit on, bro. Like,
you gotta do what you gotta do though. At the end of the day, for the sake of business, I don't have no problem serving. If I'm gonna lead, you better be able to know how to serve.
Listen,
and that's the reality. And ain't nobody gonna really want to work for me and work hard for me if they ain't seen me put in the work myself.
That's another gem.
And that's just is what it is. And I've seen that from the top, and I've been there at the bottom, started from ground up. When you just see people don't put the level of work in unless you do it. I mean, I've seen that with people that I hire. If I hire a manager of a facility, I've literally seen that. I won't
Like
post this part,
you.
but no. I've seen them not work, and then everybody under them do nothing.
Yeah.
Because it's a culture thing. Like literally working for the most part is about people seeing the level of effort you put in. You can't tell me you believe in something if I don't see you put in the work to show that you really believe in it. And I need to see you working behind it if you believe in it.
Yeah.
That's what I do. If I got to sweep the floor, I'm gonna sweep the floor. If I got to help run sound, I'm gonna help run sound. If I got to control the lights,
Say, get
we
it
did
out
a
the
tour
mud.
for Trip Lee one year, and I ran the lights, like in
Terrible
15
show.
cities.
I know this is terrible.
We struggled in several of them. I missed a whole lot of cues, but I was working. You know what I mean? Like it was. You got to put in the work, and that's
So you
just
gotta
always,
do it.
You got to put in the work.
Can't
And
drop the
it's not
ball.
so much just
No.
because it's not so much just because your name is on it. It's like you legit like because you know the impact of whatever you're doing, like screams louder than just, you know what I'm saying, like, oh, this is just another show. So it's like,
I mean, it's twofold. Half of it is because my name was on it, but the majority of the reason was also because budget reasons. Half the stuff I was doing when I first started doing anything, we were doing it in the faith-based industry for the most part.
I'll talk about that too. But go.
And so there wasn't none. You see 100 people show up, and you got a budget for the show, or the expenses is $5,000.
Wow.
but I only made $3,500. I ain't got nobody to pay to run nothing or clean up nothing when the building's over or whatever the case may be. So I had to do it.
Yeah.
So some of that was just because of budget constraints.
Yeah.
The other side of it is if it's gonna happen, I need to be the one at the door because I know I'm gonna get everybody in quick.
Right.
I need to, so it is about a level of presentation that you want to uphold,
Yeah.
and you can do it better than anybody else. I've had to balance the ability of giving certain tasks to certain people so they can run it and trusting them to do it, and then realizing, okay, I ain't got the budget for that. I need to handle this on my own. So it's twofold.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I asked him this on the first episode, and just because I know both of y'all personally, like in your career, would you say you've made more mistakes or seen more success?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Way more mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The road to success is paved by failure after failure after failure. You just choose to get up and take the next step to fail again. To take the next step to fail again.
Some people are not honest about that. I just
Oh
always,
yeah, man. No, you can't tell me nothing about success until you can really show me the level of failures you've been able to have. Because the reality is it's hard to succeed in air, especially for people who. Now I ain't talking about somebody who was just born into it,
Yeah.
or somebody who was given something.
We talking about people getting out the mud,
Yeah,
right?
when you talking about you starting from bottom.
Yeah.
It's success. It is failure after failure before you ever see your first bit of success.
Right.
And that just is what it is. Like it's failure after failure, bro.
And then, with that being said, though, what was your mindset into it? Like, did you see like a shift in your mindset as far as like you face so many failures, right? And so I live by a quote like, it ain't loss, it's a lesson. And so just brief me about just the shift of your mindset.
So when I first started the promotions and marketing company, number one, I had to learn really quickly that you can't just be one faceted or just have one single layer to it. I had to become multifaceted. So because of the failures that I had to endure, I had to realize quickly failure just comes with the journey.
Yeah.
That just is what it is. And I learned that really fast. I had a guy in college, I'll never forget it. He sat with like a group of 5 or 6 of us, and he was just talking about business and stuff like that. And he said the first 5 years of a company, usually you don't see profit.
Wow.
So I realized off the rip that when I'm starting anything, it is not about immediate microwave success. This is a journey. And what's going to separate me from everybody else is consistency.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's how I've always functioned. That has been the greatest lesson. Not only I've learned how to manage my mistakes and seeing failures because the mission was always greater than my struggle. But aside from that, I always knew that this is a journey. This ain't one quick battle.
Say that.
This is a war.
Yeah, that's a journey,
you know what I mean?
man.
Like
Yeah.
you're going to beat me once and I'm going to lose once.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep fighting to why I see that one big win, and it's going to be worth it then. And I ain't going to stop till I see it. You know what I mean? So some of that is straight perseverance. Some of that is I just knew if you be consistent, everything else will fall in line.
Yeah. And it's I ain't gonna lie to you. Most people that I surround myself with got pretty much that mentality. Like
That's the culture.
you can't defeat us, man. Like
Yeah. Oh,
you
yeah.
ain't gonna take that. Yeah. Like, you
absolutely.
we don't take defeat.
Yeah.
Like the resilience may look like
Yeah.
hard headed, like all that, but
It's like, all right.
man.
See, I see different though. I see more people who quit quickly than I
Wow.
see people who persevere consistently.
Wow.
Hands down. That's why I say it was the
Are
coach.
those,
I
are those the
misunderstood
ones
what you-
who have been handed?
No. I think most people, we live in a microwave society, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
okay.
all this is whole, like, I want quick success or whatever the case may be. Whether it be this podcast or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
20,000 people may not hear it in the next 2 years. But guess what? If you're consistent with it, for the most part, when they go back and see your catalog and see you've been
Right,
at it,
right.
they're going to be like, oh, this is bigger than just a other day type jump off.
Yeah.
Like, no. They've been at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The value of being consistent is far greater than immediate success. You can work at something real fast and see it, but it'll dwindle quickly because you got it fast. When you hustle at it and you build brick by brick, you're gonna build a real house that way.
Fact.
But if you build it the way they build houses in Florida, where they just put up plywood
Right next to
and
each other.
stack that thing right next to each other, it's a struggle. You know what I mean? Let a category 5 come through here.
Over it.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just basically I'm saying things that are built quickly are far more flimsy than things that are built in time. And it comes from consistency and strong foundations.
Yeah.
And most people just don't have that, bro. They just don't.
Yeah.
They don't.
I heard that. I heard somebody throw a quote around like most people don't go too far because they too impatient. And
yeah.
man, I think social media, it has a lot to influence with it because like once you just see it, like you take a picture, right? Mm-hmm. Like you don't understand how many pictures they had to take to get the right picture.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, man, you got to go through that journey, man. Embrace the journey, man. Look,
embrace the journey, man.
That's it.
Embrace the journey.
That's it in a nutshell.
Most don't even have a context of that, but that is what it is. For real.
So what have you done? What have you done outside of that to maintain like a sense of peace, like over the years, or how have you think you balance?
That's a good question.
That part of it.
Always having people around me that's gonna hold me accountable and make me stand up when I feel like falling over. Know what I mean? Like community is everything. Having people around you that's gonna be like keep pushing through. Because out of 14 years, I probably wanted to quit 9 times. And was like, I just can't do it no more.
It's a lot of times.
Yeah, it is. So we're talking like nearly almost every year. I've had a moment of being like, I'm just done. And regardless of what I was doing, like we're in certain circumstances, initially, even with some stuff that we're doing with the restaurant or the gym. Let's take the gym. We opened with 3 times more members than everybody else in the country of what this particular gym is. Like it's a big brand that's with a major athlete. Yeah. And when we opened, guess what happened? 2/3 of the cards didn't go through. So we had a pre-sale process, or we had a pre-opening process where we were getting people to sign up. So we had an expectation, and we set a budget based upon 1,200 people being members. We thought we were gonna make 6 figures in one day.
It was the opposite.
And guess what happened? Atlanta, what I mean? You give a bad card or your card ain't running through, you sign up for something, you just don't really, what I mean? Like we had 1/3 go through, 2/3 cancel, or fraudulent activity with the bank, or whatever the case may be. Regardless, 2/3 didn't go through. And it was tough. And at that moment, we opened on a particular day, on a Saturday. I was ready to quit come Monday.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can only imagine.
Like you have an expectation of seeing 6 figures in the bank that day. And you walk around, you see 30 grand.
It's like, man,
my expense is 50 for the month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you just sit back and be like, this is overwhelming. Yeah. But the reality is everything I do is for the long game. And everybody around me knows that. And they encourage me through the process. So community is the biggest thing possible across the board. Having great mentorship, people articulate what they've been through and share lessons of how they've been able to function. I don't know multi-millionaires, but I know people who have weathered the storm. And they can tell me like, it's gonna be hard today. Wait till this thing pop off in 3 years and you're gonna be sitting back doing whatever you want to do. Work hard today so you can live lavish later. Yeah. And that's the reality. And so community, mentorship, across the board, reading consistently. I think the hardest thing, what people don't realize, everything is in a book. Yeah. Everything. Somebody was so gracious one day to sit back and put everything they had in their mind and put it down to a book. Yeah. But we don't want to read.
We want to go get it.
We want to pick up a book. I'll never forget this old lady, bro, one day told me how for her grandchild, she put $200 in a book, dead in the middle of it. Every time the child would ask her, hey, grandma, can I have some money? She'd be like, I ain't got it. By the time the baby turned 16, she asked him again. And she said, listen, everything you need is in the book. Literally at the time that he needed money to go to camp, he just started reading one day. He saw the money in there. He was like, grandma was showing me all this time. Yeah. Everything I needed was in the book. And that's true. Every lesson you need, bro, what you need to invest in, how you need to spend your money, how you need to do your expenses, how you should run a company, the accounting aspect of the company, whatever you need. It's in the book, bro, somewhere.
Not Facebook, y'all.
Yeah, not it ain't in the book. It ain't in the book. It's in an actual book.
Yeah, like physical.
I'm gonna tell you the flip side to that though. Like you say, everything in a book, right? Like that's crazy because with everything being in a book, somebody actually took that book and made a business out of that book, and now they charge you to, even get started.
Now they, B don't do it, bro. B don't do it.
Yeah,
now
absolutely.
They charging you for consultation, and they took it from a book.
Took it straight from the book.
B, I was in the meeting the other day. I know you got stuff you want to say, but I got drink in me, so I'm.
No, we good, bro. We good.
B, there's people on social media right now that they ain't never ran a company, but have 200,000 followers on social media because they give advice about something that they read in a book. They ain't never experienced it ever.
Yeah, wow. They flooding.
But they're monetizing what they've read in a book. Literally, people are literally flipping what they've read in a book and charging you because you won't read.
And then man,
come on, bro.
That's the pump fake, that's the bait, that's everything. That's everything in one look. That's all what they doing, man. I mean, like just seeing from, just the side of social media, like just going viral. I think that's not it. Like, you know what I'm saying? More than going viral, man. You gotta show me some kind of car facts. That's what we said earlier. You gotta show me some kind of facts.
Absolutely.
Like if you had, you know what I'm saying, you gotta be able to be more than just say, hey, look, I did this and sold this. Now you gotta be able, you gotta have a receipt for it.
Bro, you can't tell me. You can't. There's in some instances you can tell me how to do something without experiencing it. I get it. Yes, you can. But there's certain things you won't be an expert at it. Like you can't teach me how to run a business if you ain't run a business.
But you would take advice, because I've heard that a few times. Like, can nobody tell you? Like, if they ain't experienced it or know about it, they can't tell you about it.
But you can't be an expert at it. Now,
I agree with that part.
Yeah, so you can
just shut them out,
bro. A donkey can tell you, like literally, you can listen to anything, and people will give you good advice.
Yeah.
I'm not saying people won't give you good advice, but there's a limit to how deep that knowledge is because they've never experienced it.
True.
And you got people that literally don't know what it's like. You don't, because you've never run a business. You can tell me how to do my books, but you can't tell me how to literally run and manage employees because you ain't never had none.
Yeah.
You can say, well, it may be ideal, but there's certain situations in that will become so difficult to manage that it'll take somebody with specific knowledge to say, how do you engage a disgruntled employee who has put his hands to the plow from the jump? You can't tell me that. You can give an idea and a perspective, but there's some things you just won't know. You give some base of it, but you can't go deep with me. And that just is what it is. But I just think so many people are flipping what they've read in the book, charging you. B said it straight, like, bruh, charging you consultation from something they ain't never experienced, but they read it in a book because you won't read.
Yeah. And anxious, right? You desperate. We talked about that last.
Being desperate.
You can't make no decision just being desperate. Like
no.
Man, you gotta. If it's for you, it's for you. Like,
it's for you.
Embrace the journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah, bro.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now both of y'all, like I'm watching both of y'all balance the whole like family aspect of your lives with managing, your time and stuff, scheduling and running the business or whatever. Like, what's that been like? Because that's a huge adjustment. Because because we've known each other for so long, I knew you before you got married. So it's like you were able to dive headfirst into a lot of
being in different
situations,
cities, 3 days, 4 days a week in different cities.
I saw all of that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And you at this point now, you got a whole kid, bro. Like, so.
Yeah. So the hardest part about balancing life is because I have Deuce. I get in trouble because I don't mention Diana in that. Now here's the thing. Diana, my wife, has made it to where whenever I need to go. Handle your business. If I tell her I need to be in Atlanta, and it comes from community. Her mama gonna watch Deuce whenever we need it. Wow. Like, I couldn't imagine not lovely. Being, oh my, bro, listen, I'll tell anybody.
That's lovely.
If you busy and you occupied with a whole bunch of stuff to do, you better live around people who can help you manage the load that's on your plate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we have that. I'd love to be in Atlanta right now.
Instead of being here?
I would move today.
Oh, you're talking about moving?
If I could be in Atlanta right now.
No, you're talking about not being
However,
on the show.
the family structure that we got, Deuce got 100 people that can watch him today. You know what I mean? So that's been solid. Some people were able to watch my child. The other side of that is Diana. She's fully open and she fully understands the short-term sacrifice. I plan on retiring by the time I'm 45. I don't want to work no more after 45 years old. I was able to pay off a house in 13 months and done. And we ain't got no bills. And I say that by the grace of God. Like, that's nothing to be boastful about. I literally was able to manage and ideally think through. If I can cut down all of my expenses for everything that we got going on, everything we can make until the time that we 45 is all gonna be for retirement, other than lights and gas, or lights and electricity. You know what I mean? So we don't, I was able to put forth that kind of dollars off of getting lucky, off of hitting the gym, and made a whole bunch and put it straight towards expenses and was good. But she lets me do everything that I do. Diana literally lets me do everything that I need to do, and we've been able to manage just life in general. And so none of that exists without a partner who's gonna say, "Hey, handle your business." And I've been grateful to be able to have that.
He just said all the right things, y'all. I don't know how it really is, but
Bro, that's real, bro. Because you
real,
know,
right?
It sounds like she don't like you.
Lo, if I
need to go to Atlanta.
I
Yeah,
will
go.
call her. I will call her out. Like that's, but no,
Yeah.
she literally.
Wow.
That's solid. I got a whole bunch of other stuff I can say. You know what I mean? But no, she's solid.
Yeah.
Like she really.
And she got her own thing going.
Now, okay, so that's where the balance come in.
Yeah.
At. Now the struggle is that she killing it. She's been able to watch me. I think she's been. I credit myself for helping her see entrepreneurship. And she started a company that's a photo booth company. Got a 360 booth. You know, all you see now on IG
hidden
and
too.
everywhere.
That bit hidden, but
Yeah.
All you see.
Yeah,
is
I see that
360 booth
everywhere. I see that
So she owned.
She had one of the first ones.
And she got it. She did. She had it before anybody else was really booming with it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like she got it. And so, bro, she busy every weekend.
I found out
Every
how much
Friday
they
and
was paying
Saturday.
for them things, bro.
Every Friday and Saturday.
I was
She's
mad.
out. You know what I mean?
I can
I
only
was
imagine.
pissed
Yeah.
off how much they was paying for that.
Yeah.
I was at an event shooting for someone, and I wanted to like put my camera up and like leave because I'm like, bro, you're not even doing nothing. Press the button on the iPad.
That's it.
Like,
And that thing
Yeah.
move. That's it.
and I'm walking around sweating, taking pictures of people.
Bro, and you gonna outwork me?
Get the band for that. Like, bro.
That ain't it.
And she killing it.
Yeah.
She busy every weekend, bro. She busy every weekend from now, I think, until September, October.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and so and we talking every weekend, nonstop. So she managing a business. So what happens is I travel 4 days or 3 days a week during the week. And then when I come home with my son every Saturday, Sunday, because it's while she's gone doing events,
Makes
Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. So, you know, it's hard now to get the time together. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's where the disconnect can come from.
Gotcha.
You know, life hard, man. I need to smash as much as I can. You know what I mean?
Alright.
Like, but she, you know, we be gone, bro. But we have the idea.
Y'all got a plan.
Short-term sacrifice for long-term
Facts.
success.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
you know, it is what it is.
Now, is her plan to kind of stop working around
No, no. She want to work as long as she can. She love she's a physical therapist, so she loves it. She gonna do it nonstop.
And she joined,
I had
right?
a year. We had a year when I sat back and said, if I make this amount of money, I need you to stop and stay home. She said, cool. I exceeded that 3 times over. It was high, like we did high. Like the profit from the company was 7 figures. From the revenue, excuse me, that's a lot. Revenue was 7 figures. That means stay home, pimp. Like,
Yeah.
she love working so much.
Wow.
She didn't want to stop.
Jamaican though, bro.
She Jamaican.
She's
so
Jamaican.
She gonna work.
Come on, bro.
She gonna
Oh,
work.
yeah, she gonna work.
Cool running.
She gonna work.
Come on, man.
Get you a Jamaican. Get you a Jamaican. And she Jamaican and Chinese. That's different. Cause them jokers work and they loyal.
Different,
They
ain't
different. They
Very
different.
different.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Indeed.
Yeah, man.
Indeed.
Well, I think there's a lot that, and I'm glad. The one reason I got this show put together is for the networking piece, but like I think there's a lot that he could probably pick your brain on to kind of help with what he got going on or whatever. Yeah, so
Go ahead, B. What you got, bro?
I'm looking forward to like how this whole thing gonna play out, man. Just I think, you know, there's several people that I'm connected to on different sides that I feel like, you know, y'all can pull from each other, maybe partner on some stuff, like
Solid.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? And
Solid.
just
Yeah, I was surprised. B said he do clothes too. He do merch.
Yeah.
Man, that's what when COVID hit, I lost 6 figures in March.
Wow.
Lost a ton. And it broke me. We was already doing merch before, but what I was giving everything away. Like, so if I was making it, I was giving it. Whatever youth organizations, whatever the case may be. COVID hit. I was able to make that 6 figure back off of printing in my house for 4 months, sitting in the house. You know what I mean? Like, so when I heard you saying you do merch and stuff like that, and you do clothing, I was like, that's solid, bro. Like it's a perfect time for that because e-commerce has made it to where you can make some significant income if you manage it properly. You know what I mean? So that's solid, bro.
Yeah. I'm just getting into that, that e-commerce, man. I think it's genius, just sitting back and just seeing what I learned from it so far.
Yeah.
Man, like I said, I'm just on my journey, man. Just, what I'm saying, just going through it. man, it's been a smooth ride. More mistakes than, you know what I'm saying. I guess you could kind of say.
Oh, so you done had some bumps. It ain't been too smooth.
Yeah, look, I had some bumps, man. Look,
okay.
Like, I just, you know what I'm saying. Look, I just jumped out there. Man, it was time for, just full entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Man, no job, just
you
thugging it out. Yeah, just thugging out, just straight t-shirts, man. Yeah, so man, look, just. Fishing around trying to get the right merch and man, this ain't that, but you still got to get rid of it, find ways to put it out there and man, take advantage of every opportunity that hit you. One thing, man, like I say, I like to pick brain, man. So you know what I'm saying, you seem like a very successful person. One thing for me, man, like what's your routine look like as far as like getting your day started in the morning, man? Like as far as just like I said, I heard successful people have routines and they stick to it. Anything you stick to?
Yeah, every single time I wake up, the first thing I do is I will be honest and say I have not kept to that since COVID because it disrupted my whole schedule. The company I lost a lot of money, and I've had to be able to reinvest it into new companies like the gym or like literally putting into stuff that is brand new companies. Initially, my routine, I'll be honest, my routine has not been the same since COVID because everything just tanked. And matter of fact, the level of discipline that I've had to apply has changed recently to how I function. I've had to motivate myself to get back.
I think that's everybody,
routine,
bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's everybody.
It was hard. I lost so much. You got to get that motivation and be like, should I go back and do this? Should I do that? Whatever. I was only doing merch so I can make the money back that I lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's something about being home, bro, that just don't
It's
put you in that mindset.
bro.
Like, it's
It's
time
rough.
to work.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Bro.
It's rough. Don't let me have first take or undisputed on, bro. I'm watching TV.
Yeah.
I don't want to get up and work.
Yeah.
So it's been a fight. So recently, I've just had to get back to my planning session and having goals. So initially, because I don't want to sit back and lie and say I have a routine that I done had recently.
Yeah,
but
people watching,
Yeah. Nonetheless, because if Diana see this, she gonna be like, "You lying, you lying, bro."
She comment,
You know what I mean?
in case
Like-
you say something crazy.
Yeah. So, initially, I wake up early, no matter what happens. I think successful people the majority of successful people wake up early. I am not somebody who's going to sit back, who's going to wake up 9, 10, 11 o'clock.
I can't
If
sleep
I ain't
that
up at
long.
6 or 7, we got a problem.
Yeah.
I had a problem with my wife with that. Like, Pimp, what you doing? It's 10 o'clock.
It's time to go.
Got stuff to do. It's time to go.
It's time to go. Thanks.
Like, and stuff that I didn't know that. My mom woke up at 4 o'clock every day. Every day. Every day.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that was just how she functioned. And I saw that early. So for me, waking up early, getting the start of my day, because I want to be the first one that call in to whatever organization, the company I'm working in, to be like, I'm here first. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that's me. Like, I'm here first. I want to be the email that you get at 6:30 in the morning so you know I'm working. You know what I mean? Like, that was me. One thing that I had to do was always make sure that I was at least reading something that wasn't social media. I think the greatest problem, because you can get lost with the first thing you do in the morning is wake up and you go to social media. That 5 minutes can turn into 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm good.
If you ain't careful.
good.
Know what I mean? Like, you can't. You just can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it. It's way too much time lost spending your time on something that don't give you value.
Man, say that again. Look, because I'm
don't.
gonna pick your brain just for that, because I know other people need to hear this. Look, like, just getting your day started. 5, 6 o'clock for me. That's why I try to get my day started.
That's amazing.
That's important. Like, because I mean, I think for the most part, like you said, you'll get lost on social media. And,
Absolutely, bro.
And it hit me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, one day I just had to sit and ask myself, like, what's the first thing you saw on social media? And I just had to realize, like, I can't even recall the first thing that I was glancing at.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I like to have like just complete control of my time. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's so important. Time management with the routine, man. So yeah, big ups to you on that one,
That's
bro.
everything.
Yeah.
Time management is everything. When I mean everything, I mean it because time management will help you develop systems. Successful business is predicated upon systems, meaning how you build what you do and how you do what you do. You develop that based upon your time management, applying what you need to do when you need to do it. Because the problem is most people, they do the wrong thing at the wrong at the right time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's because here's the thing: you can do the right thing the wrong way, but when you got proper systems in place, you can find a way.
Yeah.
You can find a way to do what you need to do right. Everything is about setting proper time. So for me, I knew when I wake up, that's email time, that's reading time, that's focusing on what I need to do for that day. plotting everything out and making sure everything is solid, and I'm focused on that. I'm not focused on social media.
Right.
I'm not. The beauty of waking up early is I get up before everybody else do.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
I'm fully focused on what I need to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's just the reality of it. Goal setting as well is something that I think most people just lack. A goal without a plan is a wish.
Even if it's daily.
Even if it's daily.
Yeah.
See, that's where systems come in.
Say that
I
again.
have
You
a goal.
gotta rewind that. Rewind that for the look.
Even if it's daily, I got a goal for the day.
Yeah.
I got a goal for the month, and then I got a goal for the year. And guess what? I'm going as deep as 10 years, bro.
Yeah.
God had just blessed us with something that's just getting ready to happen. That's going. I'm trying to make sure I watch my
Christian strip
words.
club?
Not a
No.
Christian strip club. This man, wow.
We talked about that, didn't we?
B,
Oh, that wasn't him. That wasn't you. That wasn't him. My bad, bro.
B, we ain't talking about that.
The one
man.
with the
Don't
dying
have-
strippers.
Don't have- I'm married to a Jamaican pimp. I will die. No, but no, like no.
Christian strip club on the way, man. Kingdom promo, man.
Boy, don't. Bro,
On the way, baby.
bro,
Yeah, hey, all y'all Christian artists, send your music in, man. Coming, bro.
that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Straight
My
twership in that mug,
That ain't
bro.
got nothing to do with me.
Straight twership. We need all the twership dancers. Follow the outlet 0721.
That's worse than
Let's
that.
get it going.
What they
We're gonna have
come in
auditions right here.
What they gonna come in the choir robe?
Nah.
They pulling the
Adam-
offering buckets around, bro. While they throwing one, bro. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's a good idea though. Good.
Like,
Half
hey.
of them going while you playing, but let me stop. I'll stop them, man. But yeah, this man that went on a tangent, bro. I can't. In my
Bad, bro.
head, I can't. I'm literally thinking like, boy, that's a good idea.
did,
fool.
yeah, I did
No, let me stop. I can't even think about where we was at, bro.
Man,
It
you
was-
talking about it's a big opportunity God just blessed you with.
Yeah,
And I was talking
so
about
don't-
another
yeah.
opportunity that God
Yeah,
could possibly
yeah.
bless you with.
Yeah. I don't. We got
Entertainment
something that's
industry.
happening, and I've had to plot and think through. Somebody's willing to give us a significant amount of dollars to re-jump and restart things, but I can do it my way.
Oh,
And I've been struggling to figure out if that means 100%
I now remember that conversation.
faith
Yeah.
based industry or been able to manage the general market. I'm big about events being a means by which people can hear the gospel. Europe right now, because of the church's decline in Europe over the last 100 years, you literally go and see cathedrals turned into clubs.
Yeah.
And I think
Facts.
we will see significant amount of that happening in America in the next 10 years. So events have been a means by which you can draw and captivate people. I'm big on that. My whole goal for 10 years has been to plant seeds. And it's been to empower artists to do what they do. And I just advance and I put the money up. But there's a side of things where I'm like, I love general market shows, bro. I love to go to show. I'm not one of them believers who sit back and be like, I ain't never going to no secular concert. No. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I will go to a secular concert. I love it. Cause and I'll go to somebody if they abide by the same values I abide by.
Right.
Now you won't. I was finna say you won't see me at nothing, but my partner doing Moneybag Yo and Dirk and Baby in Orlando on August 13th, and I'll be there for it. So you won't say that. I won't say that you won't see me at nothing like that, but it won't be my show. You know what I mean? Like it'll just be affiliations and stuff like that from great businessmen. But for the most part, I ain't put my money behind, and I'm not gonna go to something voluntarily to the point to where I want to consume it, unless it's something that I, for the most part, agree with for values. All that to say, my goal is to dive into general market shows.
Yeah.
And I've been wrestling with the idea of how much do you do that and wrestle with your faith and managing the content that'll be expressed at it. So we're relaunching the company, but from that we'll have a subsidiary in it
Got a
that will
name?
do general market shows. So it still be Kingdom Promotions, and we're coming up with the name of the subsidiary now that will be doing general market shows. And the general market shows will be things that I don't want to give up too much right now. I'm moving silent.
Got a name for
But
it, bro.
I don't trust no name that you gonna come up with, Lo. I know.
They got a name for it?
Lo.
Yeah.
What is
Lo.
that?
Lo, what you
It just kind of hit me like
what hit you,
I
bro?
needed to be balanced, right?
Okay, what hit you?
So I'm thinking like, well, I see the logo first, but the company is called, the organization called One Fit In, One Fit Out.
Oh, you so green. Bro, you so green.
No, but I'm seeing like.
Oh my God, you so
I'm
green.
seeing like
bro.
feet like doing a moonwalk, almost like a backsliding situation.
1 foot in.
It's like a moonwalk situation.
Oh my God, you so green,
Some for the
bro.
backsliders, man.
Oh, you so green.
Listen,
man.
I'm supporting that. If y'all,
1 foot in, 1 foot out.
I'm with it, bro. Yeah.
You so green,
Let's
bro.
get it.
You
It's
so
on the way.
green,
It's on
bro.
the way.
You so wrong, man.
You can't do without the general market, bro. Honestly, well, I've seen people support like way more stuff in the general market than in church.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh yeah. That's not even. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I mean, of course you're gonna win on that side simply because like people gonna support it.
There's a larger audience.
Yeah.
The struggle within the Christian market, for the most part, and I mean, we don't even got to dive too deep into this, but the struggle with that has always been believers sit back and they look at people who do artists and events and stuff like that, and they always be on some like, why you making music about Jesus and I got to come pay and see you? No, fool. These are artists. The same way you gonna go see anybody else.
Yeah.
These are artists. That's nothing else. Take anything else out of your mind. These artists, period. You know what I mean? So, and that's been the biggest struggle. Is been able to, we've been able to be successful in that market in a horrendous culture.
Don't you think we've all had that turning point though? Or maybe not too, but I was talking to 51 about it the other day. Like early on, like easily anywhere I performed or anywhere 51, the DJ, he was a DJ. My boy DJ Sean 51, he was a DJ. So anytime early on when we was out here doing shows and stuff, like he admitted, he's like, bro, I'll do free stuff like week in and week out just because the zeal is there and you want to just see people have a good time. And I was the same way. Like my honorarium was like $50, bro. Like I'm going to a show like
man, you barely covering gas.
I'm the first artist.
That's food, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'm the first artist, so it's 3 people in the crowd. By the time the fourth artist get there, the room full, and I was just like, all right. So I started to kind of catch on and asking questions like, bro, how much they paid you? Like, oh man, I got 300. Like for 10 minutes. It's like, yeah, like you gotta get paid for your artistry, bro. Like, so it's like, I know me and 51 talked about, but I mean, did you have like a turning point where it was just like, all right, I have to value like what I'm doing?
No, there's no real turning point for the most part. I think I've just grown to sit back and say I want to create. Everything I've always done, I want to create what I love. So there wasn't many options for me. For instance, like you got a whole bunch of like there's artists that are extremely vulgar that have events and stuff happening nonstop. I want to go to an event where the female don't feel like, well, my wife don't feel like she just got raped with her ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it ain't degrading to her.
Yeah.
Where it's just a good time. Like let's create, and that don't mean something may not happen that may not be like crazy. You may not say a cuss word, whatever the case may be. But even when I started faith-based events, I only started that stuff because I became a believer, regenerated at heart. I'm a strong believer at it right now. I would die for it today.
Yeah.
Well, bro, it's the most boring thing imaginable. Sit back and be a believer, bro. I'm not trying to do a game night at this man's house every night. Just so I can have fun and be around people. I'm going to create something that's going to be fun. Let's be engaging. Let's be raw. Let's be real. Because the other problem with the faith-based world is there ain't nobody real.
Ain't nobody real.
Y'all some suckers, man. Talking about y'all ain't got that. That you ain't dealing with nothing. You ain't fighting with nothing. I know this ain't about that right now.
No, that's why we here.
But I'm saying,
exactly. Let it out.
Bro, come on, bro. Don't sit back.
Get to 'em.
You sit here fighting and you wrestling. You got a problem with other people doing stuff, bro. You sleeping with an old girl right now.
Facts.
Yeah.
Say facts only, right?
Me too. I'm sleeping with her too.
I'm saying, but let's talk about that.
Yeah, bro.
Let's address that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's not act like people don't have struggles and problems and issues. That's why the church isn't as effective as it need to be. Niggas ain't real.
No.
They ain't real. They ain't keeping it 100, man.
You ain't keeping it 100. You literally fighting every day with sin, but you ain't talking about it.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, I started doing events because I saw a gap in between what's real and what exists.
Yeah.
Like meaning like you see a whole bunch of worship events and stuff like that, but ain't nobody getting the issues. So let's do a poetry show. Let's talk about these things and I would only gonna put people on the spot who gonna do their thing. That's gonna talk about it.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. Those have probably been way more impactful than any of the biggest concert and shows that I've seen him do, bro. Like it's something about, and maybe it's just the talent that you brought in, but like the poetry,
yeah.
What?
Bruh, B.
Man, you should hear the
we gotta
testimonies,
look,
bro.
man.
There's a show that we did called Poets in Autumn that we did with somebody. It wasn't our show. We helped a guy named Ezekiel Azan will do a show called Poets in Autumn.
Yeah.
B.
I love portrait myself, man.
Show I have seen potentially ever. It was a top 3.
It was a production.
And it was a production. Ezekiel is one of them dudes who like he great theatrically. He can think through things and he know what he thinking. And the artists were all of them fire. There was a team of people who were just dope artists. All that to say, everything they did was just straight real and raw.
Wow.
Bro, we not coming to fake. And that's the stuff that I always wanted to be a part of. It wasn't my show. I helped them facilitate and event organize everything and just in general. But that's the stuff I wanted to create. So when it come down to events in the general market, the goal is to create stuff that I'd like to go to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't.
You don't have to be bored.
Stuff. It ain't got to be bruh. Let's get Anthony Hamilton to come do a dope show more often. Why he got to come here every 4 or 5 years?
Right.
Yeah.
Why we can't see Anthony Hamilton when he drop an album immediately? Why we can't see? We got the capital to do it. There's certain people that are dope artists that just don't have the people to put the capital behind them, and then it's a struggle as well to where they ain't coming to work because they ain't got the support as they ideally would like. So I'd play the gap. Well, I say I'd put the capital up. Y'all come
Just
through.
come.
And that's it. You know what I mean? So it's just across the board. The goal is to create what I don't see, or what I don't see as often as I think is necessary.
Go back. Say that one more time. You gotta drop that. You gotta create what?
Crazy. Create what I don't see.
Yeah, create what you don't see. That man.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Can we get that going, bro?
Create what we don't see.
Anthony Hamilton, bro.
Like
It's necessary. The problem with Anthony Hamilton is that he hasn't had a new album, but he got a new album on the way. So
The one he doing
he's
with
working
JD?
on a new album. So
I see him working with JD on that.
yeah, so
That
he's
shit
working on a
fire.
new album. His album be coming out, so I'm sure he'll tour that album when it come out.
He gotta bring his boys though.
Yeah, oh yeah, them dudes, the Hamiltons,
Woo.
yeah, them boys solid.
Yeah.
Them boys solid.
so that's a show, man. Like most people don't know it, man. That's a show. Like, man, that's crazy.
I'm waiting to see him live and Jasmine Sullivan. Like this album she just did.
Yeah.
I'm messaging the hotels is fire, boy. Like just the melodies, the approach. I mean, just the concept behind the album. You know what I mean? Like it's just real. I ain't no chick, but
The things tied
I get
together,
it.
right?
You know what I mean? Like that's
The little interludes and all that.
Yeah, bro, it was fire. She's somebody that we love to bring. We got a message. We emailed her management team. We just waiting to hear from them. I think they're trying to tour, which would stop one-offs from happening. My goal now is you do a tour that's gonna cost me $2 million. I ain't got the time to be putting forth $2 million in COVID when you got the Delta variant out. You don't know how many people gonna really show. Whatever the case may be.
So do tours set it up to where they link with whatever companies in that city, or they can bypass all that and just get the venue?
Most bypass because Live Nation runs America. Live Nation owns 90% of the venues in America. So the big venues that do it, they'll contact Live Nation. Live Nation Urban will be the one. They own the venues, so they're going to be the promoter and the venue.
Wow.
So they're not paying $20,000 for a venue. I do House of Blues. House of Blues cost me $20,000 just in the venue fee.
Wow.
Just to get the venue of House of Blues, it cost me $20,000. Let alone the staff that you got to bring there, the production cost, which is going to be another $15,000. I sold the House of Blues out twice, and I walked out of the show with $3,000, but I put up $50,000. Now I'm cool with that because I walked out
better than
I'm straight.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? But across the board, I mean, it's better than, putting in the stock market. You know what I mean? $20,000. I'm going to make $50,000. I make $5,000 back in 48 hours. Great. You know what I mean? But across the board, the way it functions, Live Nation for the most part runs the game. Now, if you can finally get to somebody who Live Nation don't got their hands on yet, then you can sit back and say, let's negotiate. Let's talk through your fee. We'll talk through the fee, figure out what I'm going to pay them. Then I got to figure out what it costs. What do I think people will be willing to pay? What would the majority of the people who show up in the building be willing to pay? If the building holds 2,000 people, would 2,000 people be willing to pay $50? Or is it better for me to get 1,500 people to pay $75?
Yeah.
Where does that line draw so I can help increase my margins? And that's where you figure out price elasticity, you figure out supply and demand and stuff like that. But most of the time, with big artists, Live Nation already got the game run unless you got a relationship with them.
Do you have a desire to like build your own venue to be able to?
Yeah, but if you're doing that only in one city, what I realized when I started doing events just in
Somewhere like
Orlando, Atlanta got too much going on.
Yeah.
The competition is crazy.
Yeah,
now, are we talking about Biloxi, Mississippi? If we talk about Jacksonville, Florida, if we talking about Orlando,
those are wide open.
If we talking about, for the most part, but you just got to have consistent stuff happen.
Yeah.
Like for me.
Yeah, and we don't know what the world gonna look like even with all this new stuff. So yeah.
Bro, I mean, no matter what happens, what I do know is that it ain't gonna. I don't think it will stop like it did before.
You know?
Like life stopped.
Yeah,
before,
for
COVID.
You don't think it's
19.
like that?
But Delta, I think it's going to. I think they're bro. All you hear on TV right now is vaccinate.
I think they're just gonna push that.
I heard,
they're gonna push vaccinations until.
I even heard a side of it too. Yeah, not to cut you off, but I heard a side of it too. Like, man, if you got it, like, still coming to work, you vaccinated.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they pushing vaccinations times 50. I got vaccinated, but that's because I was on the flight 4 days a week. And I got to go home to a son and a wife who ain't vaccinated. You know what I mean? So for me, I got vaccinated just in general. And, it's tough. I won't dive into all that just in general, but I don't think the world will stop like it did before. But if it did, we are going to find a way to still manage to do business because we took too much losses before. I think money is... But when they say money in the root of all evil, please believe it. Money will say, "Oh, you go ahead and die over there. You ain't get vaccinated. You straight. We gonna keep it going." And that's just what we gonna see. To me, that's my opinion. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's making me cautious, because why would I pay $50,000 to do a show or a tour, and you're cautious about will that decrease my capacity from 2,000 people to now 1,200? So now I got to supply and give a premium anybody who comes. Your ticket used to be $50. Now I got to charge you $75 just because I don't know if I'm going to get a full bill there.
Yeah.
And that's the question. Will people still pay that premium price?
Back end.
And that's what make it tough.
Yeah, that's a lot to think through, too.
It is. And it's risky.
Yeah.
And when you lose it now, you're going to lose it.
Yeah.
You're going to lose it.
Best believe, boy.
Yeah.
The game has changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. COVID definitely put a damper on a lot of things.
Yeah.
A lot of different ways, man.
It did.
Yeah. Well, bro, I'm excited to see what's next and what.
Big things coming, bro. We excited.
Bro.
I got a girl named Alicia McCree on the team now. She is a monster at operations. We building the team again. I'm going back to people who are loyal to me.
Yeah.
If you worked with me before and you've been loyal, we're paying people salaries now. Like if you come on board, you're getting a guaranteed salary. And that's what's going to be. It ain't going to be no volunteer work until the event happen. It's straight money up front. Like, it's what you're going to get every month. And so we building the team back all over again from the promotion side. And then the gym is doing well. The restaurant open next month. And we're going to see what happens. We're excited about everything.
Can't announce the restaurant?
It's called Pure Green. It's a juice bar. That's a cold pressed juice bar. And it's one of the best products that I've ever seen. NFL and NBA and stuff, they really provide a lot of teams and stuff like that with the same product. It's a solid product.
Juice bar.
You can do it. It is incredible. You see that big move. What COVID showed and provided a magnifying glass to was how unhealthy we are, especially as a black culture. We are just not healthy. You know what I mean? And so the juice bar and the cold pressed juices allow us to really cleanse our bodies and stuff like that. It's affordable. It's best tasting, but it's all raw and pure. And it is phenomenal, and we think it'll do great things in the market, in a competitive market, but we think it'll be solid.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, how can people find you, bro? Do you want them to find you?
I don't.
Okay.
I love my life, just
all right. Well, yeah.
If you want to get in contact, that is Pure Green. You can find them on Instagram. We got Mayweather Boxing and Fitness. That's with Floyd Mayweather, and we have, in Kingdom Promotions, we have changed that to basically a merch company, but we about to flip that and go right back
to the promotions, man.
So yeah, and that's kingdomculture.co.
Yeah. So that's what I'm
all on Instagram.
I'm more excited about you getting back to the shows. And
yeah. Me too,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
Me too.
It was definitely a period of time in Orlando where like Kingdom Promo was like probably putting something on like every other month or so, bro.
Yeah.
He basically ran the game down here, bro. Bringing in artists and all that kind of stuff, bro. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people missed out on that era, and Atlanta just has become the hub for like all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
We'll see.
We'll see, man.
Great things coming, man.
Hopefully we can partner. You know what I'm saying? You doing events, you can show up. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, bro. Hey, man, this the Outlet, the livest pre-recorded show on earth. My guy Nehemiah,
Good work,
man.
Good work, bro.
Thank you for coming through.
My pleasure.
Be Holmes. We out.
Yeah,
Out of here. Be home. Fee. Bama Studios.
Yeah.
Good
stuff, man.
Dope, bro.
Appreciate your time.
Yo, thank you for watching, man. Listen, hit that like and subscribe button. And go tell your cousin and your auntie and your sister and that person you don't like to watch this show. They need this show. I know you enjoyed yourself because you're still watching it. You didn't watch it to the end. Go share.